Morning again, namaskar to everybody. We'll be starting today's session by covering a very interesting topic 13 mental health benefits out of Om chanting. Okay, so I will just read a paper. Mm. Let us first look at what is Om. Om is a mystic syllable which represents Ishvara, and by its repetition and contemplation of its meaning, one comes close to Ishvara. It gives the power of one-pointedness to the yogi. It raises his consciousness to higher levels. It also allows him to achieve peace and balance. It puts the thoughts inside him to rest, thus achieving freedom from various mental disturbances and distractions. It is one of the easiest ways to achieve a higher degree of mental health. If one is able to chant it, it is good. Otherwise, one can even listen to Om chanting. Many YouTube videos are available with Om chanting. So let us look at these 13 mental health benefits. Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which is considered to be the Bible of yoga, which is an in-depth work on human psychology, lists out 13 mental benefits which one gets by Om chanting or even by bringing mind to a single place, to one place. So the first one is disease. Mostly diseases are psychosomatic. There is a strong body-mind connection. Therefore, Om chanting balances out the various body forces and puts it at ease. Ease in the mind leads to disease-free body. So, something as drastic as diseases can also go away with Om chanting. Idleness. It has been defined as disinclination of the mind towards work. Shankaracharya calls it a type of mental paralysis. This gets reduced with the balancing of the mind. When we bring our mind to one place by chanting Om, all the qualities of the mind pulling in different directions balance out. Idleness slowly goes away. Doubt. When the mind moves in two directions, it is in dilemma. It thinks, should I move this way or should I move that way? Is it doable or is it not doable? Then we have doubt in us. It too can be removed with Om chanting. The mind becomes one-pointed and the nature of having doubts starts reducing. Carelessness. Negligence or inattentiveness of the mind is called carelessness. Chanting Om is all about bringing the mind to one place. Regular chanting makes the mind attentive. Carelessness now is replaced by attention and care. Over-attachment. Not being moderate in habits and not having the ability to detach when needed is over-attachment. The mind needs to be put through discipline. This allows the mind to have moderate habits. It removes the clinging to certain things in life. Om chanting is a way to discipline the mind and its habits. Moving further, confusion. This is misconception about certain things. It is also mistaken knowledge. Om chanting gives insights and access to higher knowledge. It removes all the confusion one may have. Inability to hold on to an idea or object of desire. The mind here lacks the ability to concentrate. In fact, it has no base established for concentration. Om chanting provides that base. The mind now builds up on this base and has higher willpower now. Laziness. The mind can lose its tendency to be lazy. It can become active and alert. All that is needed is to bring the mind to attention at one place. Om chanting does that. The mind starts focusing on the higher. Laziness slowly with time disappears. Instability. The mind by nature is not steady. So there is a possibility that even a stable mind sometimes might lose its stability. Om chanting helps in regaining that stability. It helps in maintaining that stability. A stable mind is a powerful mind. Sorrow. This is an integral part of most human lives. Om chanting can pick the mind out of a sorrowful state and make it a happy mind. Depression. Today, depression is pretty prevalent in society. Simple practice of Om chanting can help in removing depression from a mind. Unsteadiness of the body. As we know, body and mind are deeply connected. Some people who experience trembling can be benefited by Om chanting. The mind balance once restored leads to physical balance. Irregular breathing. Our breath is also connected to the mind. If the mind becomes unsteady, the breathing becomes unsteady. Om chanting gives peace and steadiness to the mind. The rightly balanced mind now has regularity in breathing, better than before. Now here we have a reference of Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the subject matter which we discussed about these 13 mental health benefits of Om chanting is taken out from Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Patanjali was an Indian sage who wrote about the deep science of psychology as known to ancient Indians from about 5,000 years back to his time. He wrote it roughly 2,400 years back. And today's science is proving what the yogis are saying is right. They have got all this knowledge out of yogic practice and intuitive knowledge. Our yogis got their knowledge from yogic practice, yogic sadhana, and the power of intuition. So let's look at the science behind it, what the scientists have found today. They say when Om chanting is done, the way it is chanted generates frequencies across the whole audible range of sound for humans. So you can say it starts from 20 cycles per second to 20,000 cycles per second. The entire range of human audible sound is covered in Om chanting. These sounds regularly heard clean the earlier psychic impressions on the mind. Now a new one is implanted, which is so created that it generates peace, calmness, and balance in the mind. The earlier sanskaras get cleaned out by listening to Om chanting. It is like putting a new carpet on the floor, putting a new carpet on the chitta. Secondly, Om chants activate the pineal gland inside our brain. Here magic happens as the activation of the pineal gland keeps on happening inside us. It starts a transmitter and a receiver inside our brain, like an antenna connected to it. It receives signals from beyond space-time domain and also beyond all known frequencies of light. It connects us to higher and higher consciousnesses. Similarly, it also starts transmitting outside us via the brain to domains beyond space-time and all known frequencies of light. A pineal gland in some ancient cultures was called the third eye, the tisri aankh. So today the scientists have found that pineal gland actually has certain crystals inside it. And these crystals have the power to convert mechanical movement into electric current and electric current into mechanical movement. So using this principle, they are able to transmit and receive. And this same principle of the crystal is used in our transmitters found on Earth around us, radio transmitters and receivers, mobile transmitters and receivers. Any frequency which gets transmitted and it gets received has a crystal. And we also have these crystals inside our pineal gland, and they get active with Om chanting. The magic of melatonin. This is a magic chemical inside our brain, which the pineal gland creates. This melatonin not only starts connecting us through the brain transmitter and receiver beyond our normal human dimensions, but also does a lot of magic in the body and the brain. Generation of melatonin is primarily the reason of the above 13 mental health benefits we get out of Om chanting. Our yogis knew this more than 5,000 years back. So we see that modern science is able to find out today through scientific testing equipment of the highest precision what our yogis knew 5,000 years back, all through intuitive knowledge. Om chanting played an important role. We can begin with Om chanting to experience the magic in our lives at many levels. It's a very simple thing to do. Om chanting, Om meditation has been done in this country for about 5,000 years or more. It can be easily practiced and it gives tremendous benefits. Yeah, so with this, I come to the end of this paper. We will take question answers after some time. We go in for a short meditation.